Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. My name is Pinky, and teaching witchcraft and tarot is what I do. For those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. As promised, this is a love reading for all you singles out there for the month of October. Let's see what you guys can expect for the remainder of the month going into November. If you guys are interested in any personal consultations, any type of reading, or our 21 main character course, you can find all of that on the description links below. If you guys are trying to schedule for spell work or consultations, just be mindful we are at the busiest season. If you find that one is out of stock, it's only because we're trying to catch up to all the orders, okay? All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. So if you do find out of order, check next month. All right, here we go. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to begin here with Libra, as it is still Libra season. For those of you Libras out there, brightest of blessings as we're getting ready to receive Scorpio season, right? All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Let's see what Libra can expect for the remainder of the month going into November 2025 in regards to love and romance for you singles out there. Let's see what you can expect in regards to love and romance. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. Let's get into it. All right, Libra. So what I'm seeing here for you guys is there's a lot. I feel like you guys have gone through a massive transformation. For some of you guys, you're ending cycles. For others of you, you're still holding on to something from the past that is not really allowing you to be open or to open up to the opportunities that are out there for you. And the reason I say this is I do see people trying to get to know you. I see people surrounding you. I see love surrounding you. But you're very caught up in your mind about the fears when it comes to relationships and partnerships. So it's almost like there's a recurring theme here. Spirit is letting you know, Libra, that where you're at this point in time is very important to no longer allow yourself to be attached to the past. And what I mean by this is I'm not just talking about people, but I'm also talking about experiences, right? It's almost like this, I don't want to say victim mentality, but it's almost like, oh, things never go my way, or whenever things are going great, then they start to fall apart, that type of energy, a lot of negative self-talk. And what Spirit is telling you is that the way you think of yourself and the way you speak about yourself has a lot to do with the reasoning why you feel blocked when it comes to love and romance. It's almost like you keep bringing in people from the past or entertaining the past that doesn't fully let go of that to make way and clear out to bring new opportunities to you. Or you have a very self-destructive, self-sabotaging mechanism that you may not even be aware of, where you're continuously going through this loop or through this cycle that instead of allowing you to experience or have new experiences, it kind of forces you, or it has you anchored into experiencing what you've experienced in the past. So it has everything to do with cutting the cords of the past, Libra, whatever that may mean to you, whether it's people that you're dealing with, entertaining people that keep coming back from the past, or getting yourself out of the mentality of thinking that every single person that comes across you is going to be the same experience that you've had in the past, because it is going to be the same experience until you learn to change that energy that you're focusing towards and instead focus towards positive and beautiful and the best is yet to come type of energy, okay? All right, Libra. Stop that self-negative talk, Libra. That's what keeps you blocked. All right, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for singles, Scorpio singles. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the remainder of October going into November 2025 in regards to love and romance. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you guys can get notified if the most recent video is going up. All right, here we go, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, so what they're showing me here is you're completing a cycle. For some of you guys, it's walking away from a past connection. For some of you guys, you maybe been separated or broken up for quite a while. For a lot of you guys, I feel like you guys are going to start to feel, that's if you're not already feeling, you're feeling like something is about to happen. It's almost like you can sense it, you can feel it in the air that there is change. And the universe is definitely giving you the green light. Whether you're ready or not, there is new experiences that are unfolding before you. Even if you felt stuck at some point in time, I do see a new connection coming in for a lot of you guys. It could be dealing with in Aquarius and Aries. I can also see air energy here, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra type of energy, Earth energy, Taurus energy, pretty much all the signs. But what they're showing me here is almost like you're coming or becoming clear on what it is that you want. But at the same time, you're not being impulsive, whereas maybe in the past you were. Maybe in the past you were a bit more aggressive, meaning sometimes there's a difference between knowing exactly what it is that we want and coming off as demanding, right? And I feel like you were giving very much the demanding type of energy, and I get it. Sometimes we're frustrated. Sometimes we're just done dealing with fuck boy, fuck girl type of energy. I get it. But you were coming off that way, very aggressive. And instead of bringing to you those opportunities, you were kind of closing yourself off from those opportunities. But I feel like right now, like I said, you're feeling it. You're feeling this vibration like something is about to change. There is new beginnings here. For some of you guys, there may be some type of trip or some type of travel that is involved, where I do see you guys connecting or meeting someone. It could be someone foreign, or like I said, that you meet them while you're traveling on some type of short journey. But what they're really telling you here, Scorpio, is focusing right now. It's almost like capitalizing or putting all your energy and focus on what makes you happy. Okay. And what I mean by that is whether it's like pursuing your career, whether it's doing hobbies and things that keep you excited and that keep you open, right? Because that energy is positive energy and it's raising your vibration. It is about you, Scorpio, but at the same time, what they're telling you is that you really should be capitalizing right now on the future. So what I mean by that is be clear on what it is that you want, not demanding. Be clear on what it is that you want and really put yourself in the vibration of foreseeing it unfold. And the reason I say this is because this is completely closing the gap on the ending cycle, and it's bringing to you new experiences, new changes, new opportunities. But at the same time, you do have the Fool and you have the World card with the High Priestess here. So there may be certain things that you're not aware of. Again, I feel like energetically, you're already sensing there's a change. There's something in the air. You're just unsure what it is. And what spirits are telling you is that new love is in the horizon. Happiness and emotional fulfillment is unfolding for you. But you got to let go of your past experiences. You got to let go of the fears, okay? And the only way we can do this is to work on ourselves. Whether it's chasing your bag, whether it's focusing on your career, whether it's focusing on hobbies, anything that keeps you busy, but at the same time that helps you maintain your energy of inspiration, of wonder, right? So again, it is about you and focusing on yourself, but at the same time, you are ending a cycle. If you guys are currently, technically single, but still entertaining people from the past, Spirit is telling you the only way to bring to you new opportunities is clearing the way. So you got to stop entertaining breadcrumbs. You got to stop entertaining people that are not sure or certain about you and stand on business, right? Because the King of Swords is not emotional. It is all about practice. Like, let's be analytical. Let's lead with the mind and not the heart right now. Why? Because the Knight of Pentacles ultimately wants the end all be all, right? The stability, but it's going to work very slow towards it, because it's not how quickly you get there. It's making sure that you get there. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, expect travel. I see travel for a lot of you guys. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for my singles out there. Let's see what's going on in regards to your love and romance. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. All right, Saggies, let's see what's going on with you guys. I'll pick this one. All right, here we go, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, so what they're showing me here is there's a need for a balance for a lot of you guys when it comes to your confidence, when it comes to your magnetism, and when it comes to your emotions. And what I mean by this is there's an imbalance that's happening right now. For some of you guys, you may be having almost like up and down type of days where you feel very confident one day. The next day, you're very much in your feels about something, about life in general. But what they are showing me here is you have a lot of anxieties that are connected to love and romance. And it has a lot to do with things that you've experienced in the past. Spirit is telling me that they're making way, but it's going to have a lot to do with you focusing on boundaries. That's what's coming through very, very strongly. Now, for some of you guys, there may be someone from your past returning or reaching out to you. But again, if we're talking about boundaries, it's more so of the boundary of understanding what your worth is and not giving your energy freely, because it is expensive and it does have a value. So what I mean by this is if you're feeling overly emotional or experiencing, a day where you feel very like blue or maybe even a little bit depressed, don't be tempted to entertain the past only because you're feeling lonely or only because you feel like there's not a lot of excitement going on right now. Because that's what's keeping you from being able to move forward in a positive way and attract towards you people that are going to match your energy or that are going to match what you're looking for when it comes to love and romance. But it comes down to your self-worth, and it comes down to knowing that you deserve exactly what you give back. And what I mean by this is, again, when we talk about boundaries, they're showing me almost a balance, a scale, and it's about maybe you have a tendency or maybe you have issues with over giving, or maybe for some of you guys, you have issues when it comes to, them giving and you take, it is a general reading. There is an imbalance there. And whenever we overgiving or overdoing has nothing to do with because you can or because you're capable. It has more to do with the need for validation to be accepted or to be chosen. And what Spirit is telling you, Sagittarius, is that you are divine by nature. You are precious by nature. There's no need to prove yourself. There's no need to try to convince someone to choose you. Because if you feel the need, or if you feel that you're being put in a position of having to prove yourself, then that person is not for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's about boundaries. It's about knowing the balance. When are you overdoing or when are you overtaking? That's having boundaries and knowing how to create balance in those connections is going to bring to you a person that is going to match your energy and that is going to give to you what you deserve and what you're wanting when it comes to partnerships and relationships. But it starts with you, Sagittarius. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here, let's see what's going on with Capricorn, my goats. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn, single Capricorns out there. Let's see what's going on in your love life in regards to love and romance. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. My single Cappies out there. Okay, one more shuffle. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with you, Cappies. All right. All right, Capricorn. So what I'm seeing here is for a lot of you guys, you're feeling like, I'm going to be completely honest, okay? Immediately, the moment I pulled out the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Wands, there's an inner struggle that's going on with a lot of you guys. You guys are very much in your head. You're overanalyzing and overthinking. And it probably has to do with someone from the past, or maybe you're still talking to them. Maybe you're still dealing with them. But they're giving you almost like, they're giving you a lot of, it's coming through like you feel confused because you don't know where you stand with them. You don't know exactly what it is that they want. And that's what's creating the anxiety in you. And what Spirit is telling you is that you're so focused or fixated in trying to make that connection happen that you're closing yourself off to the opportunities, because I see love all around you, Capricorn. With the Page of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, you're very magnetizing right now. A lot of people are being drawn towards you. A lot of people want to get to know you. A lot of people are like, love is literally surrounding you. But there is a refusal of wanting to let go of something from the past with the Death card and the Hanged Man. The Wheel of Fortune here is telling you, Capricorn, the tide is turning, right? The wheel, basically your love life is about to take a major shift. There's a major shift that's happening, whether you're aware of it or not, right? And it's also balancing the scales, right? If you feel like you've been unlucky when it comes to love and romance, that's quickly going to be changing for you, because the Wheel of Fortune is not only things turning around, but it's also about destiny right now. It's divine timing, right? Now, we're closing with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death and the Hanged Man, which these three alone are major arcanas. So you're trying to force something to happen here with someone that you're connected to from the past, or maybe you're still dealing with them. And you're so focused on that, and that's what's creating a lot of anxiety. That's what's creating a lot of inner turmoil going on in your head. But what Spirit is telling you is that the tighter you hold on to this, the more you're blocking your blessings, because you don't even see what's coming. And the best is yet to come for you. But you're prolonging that process by holding on and not fully embracing the end. And not embracing the end or holding on to something that is clearly not for you is what has you in suspension right now. There's a feeling like, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I stand. I don't know. Like, you're questioning yourself over and over about all kind of things. And in reality, it has everything to do with the fact that you're not the problem, Capricorn. It's the person you're dealing with that is the problem, because they're confused and they don't know what they want. And that's the reason why you don't know where you stand with them. And what Spirit is telling you is that love is surrounding you. You are magnetic right now. And the only thing that's holding you back is yourself, because you keep allowing this person to keep you on suspension. When the moment you decide to no longer entertain that type of energy, your luck is about to change. Now, this can mean that when you learn to choose yourself and you know that you are the Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine, this is the most confident queen in the tarot. So you're magnetizing, you're magnetic, you're charismatic, you are confident, you're radiating confidence. But right now you're questioning all the questions you have comes down to what you think about yourself. And somehow there's a feeling of like, why aren't they choosing me? Why aren't they making it clear that they want me? Why are they, you know? And it's not about you. It's about just point blank. They don't know what they want. That's what it is. And you knowing what you deserve, and you knowing that you're worthy and deserving, and no longer entertaining fuckery is going to change everything for you. But it's going to take for you to realize that and to fully be able to embrace the end. Now, keep in mind, the Wheel of Fortune can always mean it's going to switch or change the situation for you. So if this is a person that you've been dealing with for a very long time, as an example, the you choosing yourself and being okay with walking away may actually be the trigger point that forces them, right, to step up and do what they must. Because something about this connection is going to be transformed. But it's going to take for you to take action to be willing to embrace that ending. Okay? Now, for others of you, it's you choosing to walk away from what's no longer basically what's holding you back. And then boom, destiny brings to you the person you're meant to be with, Capricorn. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For you singles out there, let's see what you can expect in regards to love and romance. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance for my single Aquarians out there. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. Let's see what you can expect. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful cards, Aquarius. A lot of coins, a lot of yellow, which is blessings. So there's a lot of like stress when it comes to relationships and when it comes to partnerships. For some of you guys, you're feeling like you've been single for a very long time. There's a fear, maybe this is not going to happen for me. For others of you, am I going to be single all my life? For others of you, there's this feeling of disillusionment when it comes to relationships and partnerships, right? But what I'm seeing here is we do have one, or actually we have two tens here. So you're at the cusp of an ending cycle. Keep in mind, Aquarius, you do have Pluto in your sign now, and it's going to be there for the next coming, 16, 17 years. So it's definitely going to transform and bring to you the ending of things that are no longer serving you, but it's also kind of redirecting your destiny and putting you or forcing you to be on the path that you're meant to be. Now, I do see wish fulfillment. I do see stability coming through for you, but only when you come to the realization that when it comes to, okay, so I'm getting two different scenarios. For some of you guys, you've been single for so long that you cannot fathom, or you cannot, it's almost like if they don't meet my requirements, if they're not this, if they're not that, then I'm just not going to waste my time, right? But in reality, what it is that you've gotten so accustomed to being single and being free and just doing whatever you want, that having to change certain aspects about you almost becomes an inconvenience. And what Spirit is telling you is that that's okay if that's what you want. But what the cards are showing me is that no, what you want is union, and what you want is stability or commitment. So it's realizing that relationships are not meant to be easy. They're not. And some of the ones that are the most challenging is because, and challenging in the sense of not challenging in other ways other than you're evolving, right? Then that's a positive, because if it's challenging in other aspects that are very toxic, then that's not for you. But a person that is meant to be in your life is definitely going to challenge you because you're meant to grow and you're meant to evolve. So obviously someone that is meant to be in your life is going to, you know, as an example, if you're used to just saying whatever you want or doing whatever it is that you want and making things happen on your own, coming into a union or a relationship, it's going to take two people, right? You have to meet them halfway. Not always things are going to be done your way. You have to be considerate of the other person. And I feel for a lot of you guys, the moment you start dealing with people, it becomes almost an inconvenience. Or you're expecting them to be the one to change completely so that they can meet your needs. And what Spirit is telling you is, again, if what you're looking for is to be, you know, just single and doing whatever it is you want to do, then amazing, keep doing that. But if you are the ones that I'm reading right now and you're wanting, you know, commitment, you're wanting stability, you're wanting marriage, you're going to have to take self-responsibility and understand that it's going to take two people to make it work. It's not just the other person. And you cannot just go expecting the other person to meet all your needs without you putting anything forward. Now this could be vice versa because it is a general reading. So what I mean by that is if you've been accustomed to dealing with nothing but people that expect you to go above and beyond for them, and that's all you've been doing, then that's put a burden on you to the point where now even the thought of like wanting to deal with someone or wanting to open up to someone, like there's a lot of anxiety around that. Why? Because you've experienced very little in return. But there is a feeling of, you know, what Spirit is saying is understanding that it does take work to make a relationship or a partnership, you know, work out. Also, another thing that's coming through very strongly, Aquarius, don't judge people based on their book cover. And what I mean by that is I see opportunities around you, but I feel you nitpicking at them or judging them right away or off the bat. And what Spirit is telling you is that a person is not fully going to show you who they are just the first time you meet them or the first time you come around them. And that's something you have to understand because you're not a very easy pill to swallow, Aquarius. Sorry, I had to have some coffee. And what I mean by that is you're coming off as, you know, a person that, yes, has standards, but at the same time, you could be quite difficult to deal with. It's almost like the moment you feel overly emotional, you detach or you disconnect, and that's your defense mechanism. So it puts the person in the position of having to kind of guess what you're feeling or what you're going through, and that's also unfair to them. So it's learning to speak your truth, but in a much more different way or in a different perspective where you don't come off as cold, detached, or distant. But for a lot of you guys, I'm not going to lie, especially those of you guys that have been single for a very long time, I do see commitment for you guys. And I feel like it's going to come when you least expect it. And for a lot of you guys, I will go as far as saying you're going to start to see these changes in 2026, the beginning of 2026. There's a massive transformation that's happening here. And for a lot of you guys, maybe you're connecting with this message. For some of you guys, maybe you're feeling a bit defensive. You're like, nah, I'm good. I'm good being single, da-da-da-da. But deep down, for a lot of you guys, you're wanting that solidification of union. And I do see it happening for a lot of you guys, but I'm telling you right now, understanding and knowing that in any partnership, it's going to take both sides. Like, don't expect them to guess what you've been through and to have, you know, compassion for you in certain aspects when you are diminishing or playing down their feelings when they express them to you just because they express or feel very different from you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's learning to be compassionate and learning to be considerate in partnerships, Aquarius. If you can master that, I assure you that by 2026, you're not only going to be in a commitment. For a lot of you guys, marriage is in the horizon. Okay? All right, my lovelies. Wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. for single Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's unfolding for you Pisces out there. For those of you guys that are single. If you guys like this video, like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you guys can get notified of the most recent videos going up. All right, here we go, Pisces. Let's see what's going on in your love life. All right, here we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, Pisces. So what I'm seeing for you guys is there is a clearing of a lot of karmic debt that is happening right now for a lot of you guys. And obviously you're one of the signs that has gone through a lot of changes, a lot of shakeups. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's almost like you're being forced to reanalyze what your perspective of happiness or partnerships means. I see you guys, like, you guys have really been doing the work with the 7 of Coins and the 4 of Swords. This is indicating to me looking or being a little bit nostalgic about the past, what you've experienced. And I feel for a lot of you guys, one of your primary blockages has a lot to do with the fact that you confuse your intuition with your fear. And what I mean by that is whenever you've been in relationships and you get triggered, you have a tendency of like not knowing to understand if it's your intuition or if it's just fears that are coming up, right? Insecurities that are coming up. And the best way of describing this is what I tell my clients. Whenever you feel a gut feeling, that's your intuition. Whenever you feel that feeling in your heart space or in your heart chakra, that's fear. That's what we've experienced in the past. And something gets triggered now, and I feel it in my heart. The reason why I'm feeling it is because I'm recognizing that, or in my physical form, I'm recognizing that something is triggering this heart space, and it's creating a blockage to be able to flow with the receiving and giving when it comes to love. And it has everything to do, like I said, with fears, with our traumas, with what we've experienced. So whenever you feel like you are in a connection or in a relationship and you've made decisions that were very quick or hasty decisions, and it was because you were like, I felt it in my heart. In your heart is your fear, so it's not your intuition. Learning to distinguish that is going to be very important for you guys. Because yes, you know, Pisces is a very psychic sign, but sometimes you get so lost in the illusion of the dream world that you don't know how to distinguish the 3D, meaning the physical, towards your psychic. So again, whenever you feel like, because I'm not gonna, okay, so what's coming through is for some of you guys, you've either held on to relationships for a very long time because you kept telling yourself, my intuition is telling me it's meant to be, right? And it wasn't your intuition, it was your heart space. And it was your heart space because you wanted to feel validated. You wanted to feel that at the end of the day, it was worth it, everything you went through. So you kept holding on. What I just told you is how to distinguish fear from your intuition. Okay? I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to hear that. For others of you, it may not resonate. It may resonate down the line. But they want you to understand paying attention to your physical body is very important, Pisces, because you are, like I said, a very psychic sign. But so you don't get lost in the translation, it's paying attention to your body that will tell you, is it a fear? Is it an insecurity of yours that was triggered? And now you feel like you have to walk away from this connection because you feel like they're cheating on you, but you feel it in your heart space. So in reality, it's hurt and pain that you've been through in the past. So you make that decision, that finality, because you're basing it off of your intuition, and it's not your intuition, it's actually your fears. Whereas, like I said, the other side of the coin is what I said, holding on to a relationship for so long because you felt like your intuition was telling you, hold on. But in reality, it was the trigger point of your hurt and pain that you've been through in the past, and you wanted to feel like it was worth it in the end. So paying attention to that is going to be very important moving forward. Again, like I said, I feel like a lot of what you've idolized, a lot of what you thought you wanted in a partnership, I feel like it becomes much more clear as we progress. You're going to be maybe even more vocal about what you want and what you expect. It's about having boundaries. And I feel that the moment that you're able to realize fully what it is that you want and you're unapologetic about it, whenever you feel the need to speak up, you will speak up. Whenever you feel like, because I feel a lot of you guys like holding your tongue because you're, trying to be compassionate or be understanding, or for some of you guys, it's the fear of pushing people away. Like if I vocalize how I'm feeling, I don't want them to, pull away from me or whatever. I feel like you guys become more aggressive in the way you communicate. And this is amazing because this is going to set you free from the victim mentality, and it's going to put you in a vibration, a very high vibration that brings to you the person that's meant for you, Pisces. And for a lot of you guys, I see you guys already, for some of you guys, you already are dealing with someone that could have recently came into your life. So it could have been someone that you met 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or just recently, that I feel is going to play a very important role. But please do take the messages that they told you so that it doesn't hinder the connection, okay? And for those of you guys that are completely single, not dealing with no one, I do see someone coming in. Again, listen to the message because I feel like it's going to play a very important role when it comes to this new connection that shows up in your life, Pisces. All right, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on. Let's see what's going on with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For those Aries out there that are single, let's see what's going on with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Let's see what's going on with Aries out there. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For my singles out there. All right, here we go. Oof. Wowzers. I mean, I've been seeing this for a lot of you Aries out there. For those of you guys that watch my monthlies, I've been saying this like for the past 6-7 months. Okay. So Aries, what I'm seeing is destiny is unfolding for you. For a lot of you guys, keep in mind, Saturn just entered your sign, Aries. It's bringing to you guys, for a lot of you guys that are single, completely single, not dealing with no one, I see a soul connection coming in for you guys. And it's almost like it's going to come when you least expect it. It's definitely bringing in new beginnings. We have the Ace of Wands and we have the Death card. So, and the Tower. So there's a lot of massive transformation around you guys. I feel like for some of you guys, this soul connection is almost like you're going to know that it's just going to feel meant to be. The connection is going to be very, very intense, especially because we have the Lovers and the Tower. So when we have the Lovers and the Tower, that's like a whirlwind romance. It happens really quick, really sudden, really intense, really passionate. But then you put yourself, or you find yourself in a position of feeling, is it so intense that it's only purely physical? Or is there something that is deeper than that? And then there's a realization that it is deeper than that. Obviously, it's a soul connection. But I feel like along the process, you guys may be challenged in that sense, in the sense of being a bit in suspension or feeling like this could be you or this could be your person that's coming in that may feel like it's only purely physical. and it could happen very, like I said, it's very intense, very passionate, very consuming. But then there is almost like a space or a time that makes you question or wonder, is there more to this than just the passion? And then you kind of give each other space and then find yourselves again coming towards each other to solidify it. Now, again, this is for those of you guys that are single, right? Those of you guys that have been dealing with someone, I feel like you guys have really been testing your luck, because this is a soulmate connection. For some of you guys, I will go as far as saying it could be a twin flame connection, especially if you have like a lot of history with this person, or that you've been dealing with this person for a very long time. You may feel like right now you guys are at a point where there is suspension, and it's spiritual suspension. What do I mean by this? Someone is in misalignment in this connection, and they need to get it together, or they need to figure out, are they ready to ascend? Are they ready to come fully into union with you? Or this could be you. This could be you, the one that's hesitating, Aries. So if you guys are like recently have separated, or recently are in no communication, no contact, I feel like someone in this connection needs that space in order to be able to meet you where you're at, or for you to meet them where they're at. And it's going to take changing or seeing the perspective in a very different way. It's almost like the moment you guys give each other this space, or the moment you guys give each other this like no contact type of energy, you're realizing that the universe is screaming at you through signs and symbols that you guys are meant to be. So there's no hesitation after this pause, and there's a solidification of the connection. For some of you guys, there's union. For others of you, there's marriage. And like I said, these are for those of you guys that have been dealing with this person for quite a while. There, after this pause, and I feel like this pause was necessary for either you or your person. Maybe you felt, that maybe it's meant to be. How do I know if it's meant to be type of energy? And this space, this time, this no communication is really solidifying to the both of you that this is divinely orchestrated. And then when you guys do reconnect, or when you guys do come together again, it's to unify the connection, to solidify it, like I said, through either moving in together or marriage. So wishing you guys the very best, Aries. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Let's see what's going on with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For my Taurus out there, singles, what's going on in their love life? Oh, the Magician wanted to come out. For some of you guys, you're in the process of manifesting new love. For others of you, you've been working on self-mastery or self-love that is bringing to you or magnetizing your energy. But there's definitely action happening here for a lot of you guys, especially those of you guys that haven't had really, if you feel like there's been no movement or momentum when it comes to love and romance, I see action coming towards you guys very quickly. All right, let's see what's going on with you guys, Taurus. All right, so what I'm seeing, Taurus, is okay, so I'm getting a couple of messages here. Let me gather my thoughts. Okay, so again, like I said, for those of you guys that have been in the manifesting process, I definitely do see wish fulfillment coming through for you guys. Now, I feel like most of the time I do the disclaimer. This is not going to connect with everyone, but I feel like I'm going to do this disclaimer. I feel this is for all of you Taurus out there that are single. You're not going to meet the person that's for you in the city where you live, okay? That came through very strongly. So either you need to open your horizons, you need to either try to get out of the city that you're in, or be more open, more spontaneous, with the intention, right, of I'm open to giving and receiving love. I am a magnet to love. Changing the way you speak about yourself or how you view yourself is going to really make things unfold for you very, very quickly. But I do feel like for a lot of you guys, those of you guys that have had connections, and there's almost this feeling of like, it's almost this feeling of like, am I settling, or am I just talking to them because, you know, I don't have a lot of action or a lot of suitors or a lot of opportunities. Taurus, if you're asking yourself this, then that person's not for you, because I do see a very intense connection coming through. But again, what came through very, very strongly is, yes, love is coming towards you and it's coming in quick, but you need to stop doing the same things you've been doing, or you need to stop just hoping that they're going to show up at your doorstep, or you need to stop, like, open your horizons. Like I said, if you need to go to the next city, do that. Because for a lot of you guys, I will go as far as saying, a lot of you, the person that's for you, you're not going to meet them in your city, or they're not from your city. It could be someone that's traveling. It could be someone that accidentally happens to be where you're at when you guys meet. But for a lot of you guys also has a lot to do with the number of your address. I don't know if you guys believe in numerology or not, but it could be that. So again, open your horizons, be more spontaneous, go out, okay? Be more social is what they're telling you. And again, for a lot of you guys, it's coming in quick. I feel the connections coming through very strongly. For a lot of you guys, those of you guys that do travel, you're going to be meeting this person while you're traveling. This is definitely a person that, again, like I said, you're not going to meet them in your city, point blank, period. So go out and be social. All right, Taurus, wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for my singles out there. Let's see what's going on with Gemini, single Geminis out there. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Geminis in regards to love and romance. All right, you guys, give me a second. I've been running on nothing but caffeine today. All right, here we go. Gemini. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, so what they're showing me here, Gemini, is for a lot of you singles out there, you need to drop dealing with the same people you've been dealing with for quite a while. This could be an ex. This could be people from the past. This could be people that come out of the woodwork that are connected to your past. And then you're like, maybe this time, maybe this, maybe that, whatever. What Spirit is telling you is like, stop that fuckery. Stop going around in circles. You've been going around in that circle for quite a while. Obviously, it hasn't panned out. It's time you do something different. And also it has a lot to do with changing the way you think about relationships. So what I'm getting very strongly here is the feeling of like you having to change when you're dealing with someone, a feeling of having to change who you are, or you expect your partner to change who they are to meet your needs. This could be vice versa as a general reading. And what Spirit is telling you is that if it's you the one that finds yourself feeling like the need to have to change to appease your partner or whatever, Spirit is telling you, you need to work on your self-concept, Gemini, because you need to anchor your self-belief about yourself. You do not need to change for no one. The person that's for you is going to see everything in you, your virtues and your flaws, and is going to accept them, and it's going to embrace them, okay? Because when we present ourselves to be a certain way, and then the more they get to know us, they realize that it was a facade. It was something that I was just doing to appease them. Do we really have commonalities? Or vice versa? If they present themselves to be too perfect, and then you put them in this pedestal, and then they start showing you who they really are, like, and you're quickly being uninterested because they're not who they hype themselves to be, like, it's doing a disservice to yourself and doing a disservice to them, right? So there is a need of being okay with showing up as your authentic self, Gemini. I don't know what this means. For some of you guys, it could be, like I said, it could be that you know, they tell you their favorite things, etc., and then you try to become that, or you try to show up that way. And what Spirit is saying is that when it doesn't work out, you end up feeling like you gave so much and you put so much and ended up with nothing. And what Spirit is telling you is learning to work in your self-concept and how you see yourself. It's not about them accepting you. It's working on accepting yourself, Gemini. Only through this process of fully accepting yourself are you going to be able to meet someone that is going to match the childlike energy that you have of being inspired and looking at the world and through many different views, right? And the excitement and the spontaneity that you carry and that you possess that makes you giggly and makes you bubbly. Like, the person that's for you is going to embrace that. It's not going to try to pipe it down or try to change you or try to make you less of whatever awesomeness you are. But it does come down to you having to accept yourself before someone can show up and be ready to fully accept you, Gemini. All right, my lovelies. Wishing you guys the very best. Moving on here, let's see what's going on with Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Cancers in regards to love and romance. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with Cancers out there. Singles, right? All right, Cancer, what I'm seeing here is, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're at the cusp of a new beginning, right? There is a new horizon for you guys when it comes to love and romance. But I'm going to be straightforward. You guys are holding on too tight to the past. For some of you guys, you're still dealing with people from the past. For some of you guys, you're trying to heal a separation or some type of ending that recently happened. And there's a desire to want to reconnect. I do see the reconnection if you guys are looking to reconnect, but here's the thing. This is a toxic cycle. This is a situation where it's on replay. It keeps repeating and repeating. And what they're telling you is a lot of the times we really, really, really want to force something, right? We really want it to pan out with someone. And you're sitting there looking up and telling the universe, like, when, you know, am I going to be happy? When am I going to find the person that's for me? And the universe is looking at you telling you, well, I'm ready to bring it, but like, are you done? Are you done with what you need to learn? And you're not, because you keep letting people from your past come back in. For others of you, you could have been potentially in a situation where you just have a lot of issues when it comes to letting go of the past. You have a lot of issues when it comes to either releasing the past or moving on from the past. Even when you're embracing a new beginning, you do have a tendency of looking backwards. And the thing is, when we, you know, are moving forward and we keep looking back, it's almost like you're dragging the past towards your present and unfolding future. So you're doing a disservice to yourself, Cancer. I really want to hype you guys up in knowing that there is new love around you and there is expansion that's happening. But it's going to take for you guys to realize the toxic habit that you have of embracing the people from the past or allowing people from your past to come in. And another thing, you have a tendency of, when it comes to wanting to solidify a connection, you may find yourself doing it through means of manipulation. Whether it's there's a disagreement or there's a fight and you're like, okay, I'm done with this. And then you stop texting them, you stop calling them, it's a form of manipulation. And it's almost like you're doing this because you're scared that that person's going to leave you. And what you're really doing is manipulating the situation. And what Spirit is telling you is realizing these toxic traits and being able to heal that aspect to you is going to bring to you the healthy, loving, nurturing relationship that you're worthy and deserving of. But you got to let go of the past, Cancer. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. Let's see what's unfolding for single Leos out there. Let's see what's going on with my single Leos out there. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Oh, we got the World. I'm going to put it back in, see if it comes out again. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. All right, here we go. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for my singles out there. Let's see what's going on with Leos. Oh, wow. Whew. Wowzers. Leo, for those of you guys that are single and have been single for a very long time, that's quickly going to come to an end, okay? Those of you guys that recently became single, that's quickly going to come to an end as well. So what I'm seeing here is you're going into a new cycle in your life. For a lot of you guys, I see you really focused or determined on working on yourselves, self-concept work, shadow work, or focused in growth and glowing, right? So this could be chasing your bag. This could be career. This could be like, I see you guys really, really focused right now. And what Spirit is telling you is that the more you focus on you and your goals and your happiness, the more you're becoming extremely magnetic. I'm almost being shown like your aura field is expanding. And it's because you have all this creative juices flowing through you. By the way, side note, listen to your intuition when it comes to your finances and when it comes to career, or when it comes to making decisions about your career or your finances. Pay attention right now because you're extremely magnetic and you're being pulled towards the path you should be on. So pay attention to that, okay? Just a side note. But I'm definitely see you guys very, very magnetic. I see you guys being able to draw in a lot of opportunities. I do see someone that is connected to your past, or what I mean by past, it could potentially be someone you knew from the past, but it can also represent like someone from your past connecting you to this new person that's coming in. Now, we do have the Empress and the Emperor card here, very powerful energy here. And this is an indication of your counterpart. This is an indication of the person that is going to be your equal or that is going to match your energy. But somehow it is connected to the past. So again, it could be like, it could be a family member, a relative, someone introduces you to this person. For others of you, it could be that you're traveling to your motherland, or you're traveling to where you grew up, and there's a reconnection that happens here. Now, for those of you guys that are, you know, not dealing with anyone or will not be dealing with anyone from the past, I do see this connection unfolding for you guys in the very beginning of, so it could be at the end of this year, the beginning of 2026. But I definitely do see there could potentially be something that has to do with a trip or some type of travel where this person comes along, or where you guys meet, basically. But I do see you guys extremely magnetic. I do see a lot of opportunities, but there is one person that is going to equal you, Leo. And what I mean by that is this is like a soulmate type of connection. This is something that is going to feel very, very connected, almost like in sync, almost like finishing each other's sentences. Almost like the moment you guys meet, there's a feeling of resonance there. There's a feeling of recognizing each other. You're going to definitely know who they're talking about because, again, Empress and Emperor is the counterpart. So beautiful, beautiful energy here, Leo. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the very best. And finally, right, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to love and romance. Let's see what's unfolding for my Virgos out there. My single Virgos. Let's see what's going on with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is unfolding for you guys in regards to love and romance. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you guys can get notified of the most recent videos going up. If you guys are interested in spell work or personal consultations, know it is the busiest season of the year. So you can find all of those links on the description link below. If you guys are also interested in our 21 main character course, you can find that as well. Right now, it's still at a 30% discount. But in the beginning of November, we're going to go back to the original pricing just so you guys are aware. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty, Virgo. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Wow. Okay. So Virgo, what I'm seeing for you guys is I definitely do see commitment unfolding for you guys. I do see a very strong spiritual connection with the person that's coming through or that will be coming through in your life. But right now, Virgo, I feel like you guys are going through this energy of feeling like being very triggered or really working through your wounds, working through a lot of trauma bonding as well. So you may be dealing or maybe struggling with letting go of like toxic partnerships or toxic connections that are very, it may feel very strong, very like bonded to each other, but there's a lot of toxicity that is connected to that connection. And what Spirit is telling you is right now, the reason why that you may be feeling very triggered, you may be feeling like you're at a point of just walking away from anyone that makes you feel like you have to try harder. I see you just being like, fuck it, I'm done, and just walking away. And I feel that the reason for this is because spiritually, on a spiritual level, I feel for a lot of you Virgos out there, you're spiritually tired of being of servitude, right? So you are a sign, Virgo is a sign of servitude, and that is in essence your love language, right? Whenever you feel like, an example, your partner has the cold, you're the one to go and get them some chicken noodle soup or make them some chicken noodle soup without them asking you. That's how you show your love language. And I feel like you're often left feeling like you were taken for granted, or they didn't appreciate everything you did, or they almost minimized you or belittled you. And you're at a point right now where you're drained and you're tired of it. But in the being tired is also beautiful, because this is creating a boundary you never had before, where now you're more aware and you are realizing, I'm no longer going to be putting effort where it's not being reciprocated. I'm no longer going to be trying if they're not willing to try. I'm no longer going to respond if there's no effort in that communication that they're doing. So I feel like the more you start to create these boundaries, the more you start really putting yourself on the pedestal and realizing that you are the prize, Virgo, that's when all these toxic people around you stop like communicating. They stop texting you. They stop calling you. They stop bugging you. For some of you guys, you have like a lot of people that are physically, just wanting a physical connection, but not willing to give you, or not ready to give you the commitment you're looking for. And I see you guys walking away from that. And the moment you do is the moment that you start to experience wish fulfillment. And what do I mean by this? The moment you're able to walk away and no longer let, almost like you keep trying and trying because you want to prove to yourself that it was worth it in the end. But now I see you guys exhausted to the point where you're like, fuck this. I'm not going to put up with this no more. The moment you do that is the moment that the person that is going to give you the commitment and the marriage you're looking for comes into your life. And for a lot of you guys, this is a new person. This is not no one that you've been dealing with. This is someone that is being placed, purposely being placed in your destiny. But it's only going to come through the moment you're willing to walk away or cut ties to everything that is toxic and that is keeping you on a loop that you keep repeating, Virgo. All right, my lovelies. Wishing you guys the very best. I hope you guys enjoyed the readings. You guys stay tuned for more of the videos that are coming through. I have spell videos going up as well as podcast episodes. You guys stay tuned for all of that, and I will see you guys soon. Happy Hallows Eve, by the way, to all of you guys out there. I will see you guys soon. Bye.